Today we are going to develop one small JSP application, that is employee registration. Here will use MySQL, JDBC and JSP. The main thing is that how we can make use of JSP file to develop our employee registration. So in our servlet tutorial, so what we have done, whenever we are developing this kind of employee registration, so there what we have used our servlet. Okay, so here we will not going to use servlet anymore. Okay, how we are going to achieve that? Okay, so now I have created the folder structure to save some time. Now what we'll do, we want to save the employee details, right? Register the employee details. So instead of like servlet, we are going to use the JSP. So what I'm going to do here is like for that, to save this employee record. So what I have done here is like I have created the table employee inside. This is our schema. We have created this employee. I have made the ID field as auto increment. Okay, it will auto increment from the 1001. Okay, and this is the now so far now nothing is there. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to the ID and I will create the bin class. Okay, so let me create the package before that, bin, and here we'll use JDBC for the development MySQL, JDBC and JSP. Okay, so here I will create one more package, that is the DAO package I will create. Okay, so not this package in DAO. Okay, so this is rename is the bin. So what we have done, we have created two package, that is bin, one another one is DAO. So what I will do, I will create the Java class, that is employee. This is our bin class. Okay, so bin class is having property uh, private string the first name. Okay, so what I'll do one thing, I'll quickly go into this one, what we have done, first name, last name, contact. This is the field. To save some time, I have copied here and I'll go to this and quickly we'll develop. Okay, so this is our first name, and I will take the last name, then the username, then password, address. This is the address I will take, and finally I will take the contact. Okay, these are the fields our employee class is going to have, our bean class is going to have. So in order to make the class as the bean class, like so what I have to do, we have to implements serializable. Okay, serial. Okay. So these are the fields. So I have taken first name, last name, username, password, address, contact. These are the fields this employee bean class have. Okay, what we'll do, we'll insert the constructor select none, and then what I'll do, I will insert like construct this getter and setter for all these fields. Okay, so employee class development is done. Okay, now for the database activity, what we'll do, we'll create the employee DAO. Employee DAO class, what it is going to do, it is going to perform the database activity. For example, here what we are doing, we are going to register means what we are going to insert record into the database. Okay, so for that I am going to write public, I will write one method, int register employee. Okay, register employee, which will take employee as the argument, employee object, and it will try to save the employee object. Whatever the employee object the user will supply, that employee object is going to save. So before that, what I am going to take on insert into result int result by default is equals to 0. After inserting into the database, so what it is going to do, it is going to return uh, is going to return, okay, it is going to return the result. Okay, so fine. So what I'm going to do, like this is the things we have to perform. Okay, so inside this method, what we are going to do, we are going to perform the JDBC action. What we have to do, we have to write the JDBC code here. Okay, so for that, the first step is we have to load the driver. Okay, class dot for name. What is the class name? Class dot for name com dot MySQL dot cj dot jdbc dot driver, right? Driver. So this is the our class name. So it will throw class not found exception. What we'll do, we'll add the signature. Okay. So once that is done, what we are going to do, we are going to write the code inside the try with resource. Okay, so no need to close the connection and all these things explicitly. Okay, so inside that I am going to write connection. So SQL connection con is equals to driver manager dot get connection. Okay, so get connection will take URL before. Okay, it will take URL, username, password. So in the inside the class I will take the URL private static. It is going to be a static one, private quick, private static final and string. Okay, string, and this is URL. This is the constant one, so that is why I have taken capital. Okay, so this is going to be uh, JDBC colon MySQL colon slash localhost then colon on which port number our this MySQL is running. Okay, slash. So the schema name is JSP underscore DB. So this is our schema. Okay, fine. So the URL, whatever the URL you are having, so you can configure that. Okay, so what I are going to do, we are going to pass this URL comma username is our username is root, and password is also root. Okay, this is the things. Okay, now what it will do, we'll add the method signature. Okay, so again and here I will write, once the connection has been established, what we have to do, we have to write the prepare statement. PS is equals to connection dot prepare statement. Okay, so prepare statement, what we will write, insert query. The query will write insert query, insert query. This is the things we are going to write. So what is the query for the insert? So here I will write this one, and here I will write insert query. So the query will write here. Okay, so what query we are going to write, insert into table. What is table? Employee. Inside the table, what are the fields we are going to insert? So what I'll do, so insert into employee, what I'll do, I'll go to this one, first name, last name, username, password, contact, 6 field. So these 6 fields I'm going to insert. Okay, the value I'm going to insert to this. Okay, so this is the 6 field. Insert into employee values. Then here I will write the question mark, comma. Okay, this is the things I will try to repeat. Okay, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Okay, so 6 value, first name 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so these are the things I have taken, and you may ask, like, what about ID we have not inserted, because id will be created id will be created at the runtime. Okay, from the database on. Okay, so ID will be created whenever the record will be inserted from the database, and ID will be generated auto increment, right? Website auto increment, right? So no need to worry. Okay, so once that prepare statement we got, then what I will do, we'll write that PS dot set string. okay, set string and 1. Then from the employee dot get first name. Okay, then I will copy 6 times, and this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 3, going to be 4, and this is going to be 5, and this is going to be 6. And instead of first name, this is the last name, get last name, and then last name, first name, last name, then username, and this one is password, and this is the address, and this is the contact. Okay, this is the contact. So what I am doing, so once user has submitted the front end part I have not designed so far. So what it will do, the when the user will fill the form, whatever the form we are going to write, once the user details, the employee name, last name, username, password, address, contact, all by filling all these details, whenever the user, the client, whenever submit the form, then that detail will come to here. Okay, employee, as a employee object, that we are trying to get, and here we are setting that. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are setting. Then what I'll do, I'll print this one. Okay, so then I will call the uh, ps dot execute update, and it will having some result is equal to this one, and whatever the result, I finally I am returning that result. Okay, so fine. So this DAO is completed. Okay, now we'll write the form to submit from the browser. Okay, so for that I'm going to write one more HTML file. We'll convert into JSP later. So what I'm going to write, I'm going to write the employee form, uh, employee register form. Okay, now this is the HTML form I'm going to write. Okay, no need to re. So this one title, nothing is required. So simple will take. We will make no need to make it clumsy for the beginner. Okay. So what I'll do, nothing will I will do. I will cut everything. Okay. So now this is the employee registration form HTML form. So here I will write one heading. So this is employee registration form. Okay, this is the employee registration form. So here I will write one div tag, so to make it center. So I will cut this, and I will paste after this body, close body. Okay, I'll close this. Okay, so now, so this is so far we have written all these codes. Okay, so now we'll take the input from the user. So first name, what we'll take, we'll take the these fields. Okay, we'll take this field. So here I will write, I will copy here, and here I will write. So what one user will submit the form. So form means I will take the form tag. Okay, form, and action is equals to action I will give now. Okay, sometimes just hold on, like let me develop, then I will say you what is the action should be. Okay, and method is equals to post. This is the post method we are going to set. Okay, whatever the what do you mean by action means the URL, once the user submit the form, then to which it should redirect. Okay, here we are going to redirect to one JSP page instead of servlet. In case of servlet, what we are doing, we are writing the for example, register means we are writing register. So this is the register this is the register URL of the servlet. Okay, but here we are, instead of servlet, we are going to develop our JSP. Okay, register employee is our employee dot JSP. Okay, this is going to be our what, this is going to be our JSP page. Okay, so let me quickly develop that JSP file, and this is JSP. Okay, fine, that is done. Okay, so now we'll take the input from the user. Okay, one by one I will do. Use first name, then input type is equals to text, name is equals to username, and at the end I will write one br. Okay, fine. Let me do it 6 times. Okay, so last name, I will take last name, and this is the last name, then I will take username, this is the username, and this is the username. To save some time, or I'm doing this like this. Okay, username, then password, and then field is password, and this is the address. I'm going to take the address, and here is also the address and contact. Finally the contact, this is the contact detail, this is the contact, this is the key. Okay, fine. Okay, so once the details is formed filled, then I'm going to write the input tag to submit. Okay, input type is equals to submit, and the value is equals to register. Okay, register is the value. Okay, how it is looking like, let us see. Okay, it will look like this: employee registration form, this one and this one. Okay, this is the form. It is well and good. Okay, so now we'll develop once the register DAO employee.jsp, it will call, right, once on submit. So we'll go to this one, this we'll go to this employee register employee.jsp, and we'll write the code. Okay, so instead of this one, what we'll write, we'll write the code employee registration uh, details. Okay, submitted employee registration details. Okay, so for that we are going to write the field. So in servlet, what we are doing, whenever the user submits the request, that request details like the employee ID is sorry, employee first name, last name, all the details we are going to get in the servlet. So same thing we are going to do here. What I'll do, I will try to get all these details by we have studied our JSP bin action tag. Okay, so JSP, that is use bin. Okay, use bin. So JSP use bin ID is equals to the employee, the reference of that object. Okay, so here we will go write emp, and class is equals to, what is the class? Class of the employee is nothing but com dot prakash id dot bin. So this is the class. This is the class employee id dot bin dot employee. We know this is the employee class, so we have imported, this is the class, this is the one. Okay, so we will close this, and then we'll set the property. So JSP colon set property is equals to for which property? For all the properties. So that is why star, all the property, and name is equals to what? Emp. Okay, we'll generally we set all these things to the reference. We will create, so inside the servlet, what we are doing, we are create the employee object, and to that we'll set all the details. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll call the DAO, whatever the method we have. This is the register DAO, the register employee DAO we are going to call. Okay, so before calling, what we'll do, we'll write this, we'll create the object. Okay, uh, object is nothing but, okay, let me write the employee object, employee DAO, and DAO is equals to new employee DAO. This is the object we are going to create. On calling the on creating the employee object, then we are going to call this employee by passing whatever the employee here, the name, the ID. Okay, whatever the ID we are going to pass, that is the employee object we are going to pass. Okay, so fine. This is the code we are going to write. So this is the Java code, right? We are writing inside the JSP page. So for that, we are going to put inside this scriptlet tag. Okay, and we are going to close this scriptlet tag. Okay, so that will do. And here once that we have called that, we'll store this on calling, we'll store this on int status. For example, in status equal to this one. And once we got the status, we'll check if status greater than 0. If status greater than 0, then what we are going to do, we are going to call out dot print I dot print employee registration successful. Okay. Okay, apply registration successful. This is the things we are going to display on successful registration. Okay, so what we have done, we have created the object, but we have not imported that. But because how it will detect, we are creating inside the JSP file. So in order to detect this class, what we have to do, we are going to write the page attribute. What we'll do, we'll import this page. Okay, so here at the rate page import is equals to what is that page? DAO page. DAO means we'll go to this and we'll take this DAO and we'll paste this employee DAO dot whatever the employee class is there, we can put star, or for the time being we can what we can write, we can write employee DAO, because in the real time we might have like many classes. Whatever the class we are going to use, we don't know, we no need to input one by one. So what we can do, we can put star. Here I have taken star, but instead what we can do, we can take the employee do instead of star. Okay, no issue. So that thing, I think the development has completed. So now what I'll do, as promised, like we are going to work with the JSP. So let me refactor this, rename this as JSP. Okay, this is the form. This is the form. Let me do refactor and apply JSP. Let me run. So what is that name? Employee registration form. So let me go to employee registration form, apply, then run. Okay. Let me open the browser. I'm going to write this one. Now once the server has started, so I'll take this context path, then I'll try to run that. Okay, it will open the form. Okay, so this is the context path and this is the form. Okay, employee.jsp, employee register form.jsp. So employee registration form. Okay, deep tag is not worked properly. So that should be come as in the center. Okay, that we can do. Okay, I'll take some Alex and last name is Martin and username is Alex M. Some password and Alex at the rate 123. Address is USA and contact number is 9867. Okay, so this is the things we are going to take, and we are going to hit the register button. Okay, so we got the register employee.jsp on terminated page tag. Okay, line number 1. Okay, okay, here we have not closed this one. What we have to do, we have to this is not the way to close. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to close this one instead of that. Okay, no need to restart the server. What we can do, we can go this one and we can try to refresh. Okay, so now whatever the message was submitted employee registration details, so it should not be some submitted employee details, it should be, we can cut this one. Okay, so okay, so that should be fine. But we are seeing the response that employee registration successful. So whatever the employee we have submitted just now, so what we can do, we can go and we can check this one, select, and we can run. we'll see 1001 Alex Martin, Alex M, Alex, this one got inserted. Okay, this is well and good, but if I see once we run our application, then from here we cannot enter one more employee. Okay, so for that, what we can do, we can do, once this is successful, what we can do, response response dot send redirect. This method we can use on the implicit object response. So we can pass this one. What is the form name? This is the employee registration form. So what we can do, we can go to this one, employee registration form. We can take this form name, or else we can go there also. Okay, fine. So what we are going to do, we are going to pass this. This should be like redirect the response or send redirect to this page again. Okay, okay, fine. By any means we can write the code. So this is here I have written that send respond or send redirect to this page. Okay, if I go to this one and okay, let me take this. Let me let me okay, let me try one more time. Okay, apply this one and I will take this context path this one, and I'll go to this browser and I'll paste. Okay, simple form, and I will take one more this one. I'll take Smith, last name is John, username is Smith, and password is same other T21, some address USA, and contact number is 987654321. Okay, so then I will try to hit register. Employee, okay, so it is again going to this one, but message is not displaying successful. Okay, so for that, what we can do, we got this employee registration form again, but we are not able to see the registration page successful. This message we are not able to see. So I'm leaving to you. You people should find out how we can display this message alone, including with the form page or the whatever, like how many user we want to save or register to the database. That we can do, that it is displaying, that is working fine. Only the message part you need to work on. Okay, so that's all for this video. We'll meet in the next video with a new chapter. Okay, so that's I think that's completes the JSP tutorial. So if required, like this is a mini project I have explained you. If required, then like if I get any good project, mini project kind of in JSP, definitely I will bring back to you people. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thank you everyone. Bye.